Welcome back to the Merce to Merce report with your boy Anthony, DJ Chef Ant.
What up? What up?
And
What up?
I don't really have a good nickname right now. I'm still cycling through the shit, but we'll
Emo
figure it out
Slayer,
together. Emo Slayer, that's
Goth
so fucking.
Destroyer.
Hey, that's so fucking funny, bro. I love it. But on today's episode, we have a few topics we're going to go through. We have some tips for school in general, or it can be specific to nursing school. Testing in school, which sucks
A
to the
motherfucker.
max. Oh yeah, fucking NCLEX tips, tricks, and what we hate. Some just general study habits and
That was a
coping
good one.
mechanisms. So we'll get you started and go ahead and roll through for me, Ant.
Yeah, so no medical advice like always. Don't be trying to sue me. I'd hate to go on disability this early, but I'll do it, so don't tempt me. All right, so my three best tips for nursing school, as I think I killed it. I mean, it was a motherfucker, but hey, didn't fail, so that's all that matters. But number one, they give you the syllabus at the start of the semester. Go ahead and just fill that sucker out. So fill out when you're going to do your online lessons, when you're going to study for this, when this test is coming up, and literally schedule everything. Like I got to the point I was scheduling my off days. Like I'm going to have fun from this time to this time. I'll take a nap from 1 to 2:30. I'm going to go eat at 4:30 or whatever it is. I think that's just like it just makes it easier. You don't have to think about what you're gonna do every day. Like you already know. So,
Hmm.
uh,
Definitely does.
my next one I think is you need to find a study partner if you're the type of person that has to study with somebody else. Don't do a group because the group's too big. You're gonna end up. You're all gonna be fucking around. You're gonna be having too much fun, and nobody's gonna get shit done. So, avoid the groups, but just find a good partner. My last one is that I dedicated like a certain area to study in. That way, like if I was back in my room, I would go home like, okay, this is my time to have fun now. Like I don't have to work, but also like when you're in there, like you know you're at work and you're gonna get the job done. So I picked the library because the whiteboards, I think were the best.
Hmm.
My partner would be like, okay, we're gonna go over this disease. Give me signs and symptoms. Give me this. Give me treatments. Give me interventions. Give me what you're looking for. And then I put each one of those into a certain color. So then when the test came, sorry, I feel like I'm gonna burp again. But when the test came, I could almost picture like the whiteboard in my head and be like, oh, it's asking for signs and symptoms. Okay, that one's green. What are they? And it just helps you to recall it better, I think.
That recall memory definitely comes in handy. That's why, like, one of my big things while I was studying is listening to music. Because anytime I thought about that song, I would relate the information that I went over during that song. So it definitely does help.
Yeah, I mean, I chewed gum while I studied because I read somewhere that said, like, if you chew gum and then you go on the test, like, that taste helps you recall it. So I totally get what you're saying with the music.
Not big on gum. I stepped in that shit too much when I was little. You ever try to get that shit off your forces, bro?
No, I have not.
Scraping your foot in the grass trying to get that shit off.
Oh, yeah. But go ahead, give me your tips. Let me see what you got.
I wasn't the biggest studier. I should have studied more. I did what I had to do, but yeah.
Definitely
So
should have studied more.
I definitely should have studied more. But look, I'm saving lives though.
Yeah,
I, you know, I'm,
that's
I'm
all
a
that
hands-on.
matters.
Hand me a book, like it's not easy for me to go through the book just as it is. Like sometimes I have a hard time like just looking at something and taking that shit for fact. That's why I like to be so hands-on with things. But I have read the chapter excerpts. So like the boxes throughout the chapter has so much information, and people try to skip through there. And like, no, that's like a lot of your shit will come from there. A lot of your information will come from those excerpts. So if you got to highlight it, sticky note it, whatever you got to do to make sure you memorize those things, definitely comes in handy, especially if there's diagrams.
Mm-hmm.
I say teach others because that's one thing that helped me learn a lot is somebody would ask me a question, so I would teach them about the topic or everything I knew about the topic, or I would just show them like, okay, well, this is where I'm pulling this information from. So it would give me another like a reinforcement on the information that I'm already going over.
Yeah, that's what I like. But like I said, don't be going in a group because you can't be teaching a whole group because then you got some stupid motherfucker that keeps asking the same question 4 times and you just want to smack his ass.
You're like, bro, this is like we were saying last episode. Like, I'm asking so many fucking questions.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I also have coordinate meetings with your teachers. Not all instructors are really good like that, but the ones that are, if you can get in and sit down with them to reinforce that information, and that will help you a lot. And I've had some really good teachers that I sit there and I'm like, well, I don't understand it from this point of view. Is there another way you can teach this to me, or is this all we have? And then I'm gonna have to go search ways to learn it myself, whether it's fucking like YouTube or Pinterest. Like I need those reinforcements. So if you can schedule those meetings with your teachers, knock that shit out.
Yeah, always find one teacher at least to be your best friend because I literally call our skills lab instructor my best friend and it just helps so much more. I mean, why not, you know?
She was a boss. Still is a boss.
Yeah, yeah. Lazy, but a boss. No.
You know her shit. That's what I like. Like you can have, I know some lazy people that know they shit, and I'm like, yo, like, hey, I can't argue with you. You still get the job done.
Yeah, if you produce results, man, that's all I care about. So, did you get better or did you get better? You know?
Yeah. All right, and then testing. Do you have some testing specific habits that help you?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, because nursing tests are a lot different than like high school tests and everything. So I really had to learn. I think one, it takes practice, but you just got to tell you. Like I went through the kind of the same steps every time. So I'd be like, all right, so here's the question. You got your answers. You want to go least invasive first because one, like nursing school is only trying to teach you how to not kill people. It doesn't really teach you how to be a good nurse. Like at least in my opinion, or at least the program I went to. Like they always told us like you're gonna learn like 2 3 years and then you'll be like a competent nurse. So I always went with the least invasive because obviously like they don't want you doing much if you don't know what you're doing. Then after that, just try not to overcomplicate it. Like honestly, go with your gut because you studied for that long amount of time, you prepared for it. So why would you go and I don't know, keep trying to overthink it? Like if you don't know it, or if you think you know it, don't really go back.
Yeah.
One of the
No
ones,
second guess.
yeah. One of the ones that really help is like use the test to answer the questions because you'll go down like 2 questions and then it'll literally give you the answer in that next question. So then that's when you can go back and be like, all right, I'm gonna change my answer on this one.
Yeah. Don't spend too much time on one question because you're debating shit. Get your answer through. If you don't know it, move on and come back to it at the end because you only have a set amount of time to take this test. When you got a 60, 75, 80 question test and you have 50 minutes to do it, you don't have time to sit there and spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes on every fucking question. Get your move on, okay?
Yeah.
Don't rush through the just like I don't even know what I'm reading. Don't do that. But don't sit there and take too much time just debating yourself and arguing with yourself, and it's not going to help you. And that's why I always tell myself, you know more than you think you know, because I'm really bad about reading too far into questions when the answer is fucking right there in my face. Like,
Yeah.
I got to, really start surface level and then go deep if you have to. But
You almost gotta like take the test like you're stupid. Like
yeah, honestly,
because and you're not a doctor, bro. So don't be going even in more to it. Like the question is literally that. Like there's nothing else. You don't need to be second guessing like the question at all. Like this is point blank, pretty much with these test questions.
yeah.
But the other thing, like the multiples, because those are a motherfucker. Like they're the most cheap thing in the world, dude. I feel like they're cheating the test on us. But
That's what I feel like when I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, oh, you hate me.
I would say that all of like most of our questions came from like the online learning. So just review through those and it's hard because there's so many of them, but those are the ones that I swear every single question came from PrepU on the multiples. So whatever that's how they get you to see if you're actually doing them right or not. Is they're like, hey, motherfucker, we put this question up here, so.
But not even just that, though. Are you grasping the concept? And I noticed that I was just taking a Spanish test last night, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn, I wish we had adaptive quizzing for this shit. Like, in nursing school, but it is helpful over time. Like when you really sit back and think about the material and made you go over and told you exactly where to find these answers at and why this is what it is. I like that.
Yeah,
So
but that's
I
why.
hate this.
Yeah, I don't. It's tough, man. It's a motherfucker. Like I said, it's probably gonna take you 2, 3 tests to actually get it down. So like, if you fail or don't get the grade that you think you did, one, it's nursing school. It's hard as fuck, dude. And then also, like, it's a whole different way of testing because all the answers are right. You're just picking the most right answer, which is fucking bullshit. But I
It's
guess
so.
if we have people's lives in our hands, then you should probably know what you're doing, you know?
Nah, I mean, you know what? I say that because it's like, yes, you need to know a lot of shit. But once you get to working and things like that, it's like, okay, I know all of this stuff. I'm still struggling with this though, but I have other resources here now. Go ask your colleagues for help. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to open your mouth. A closed mouth don't get fed. My mama told me that.
Mm-hmm.
It tell me a lot of shit that makes sense, but that one always gonna make sense, you know.
And you
And
gotta
questions.
you gotta trust yourself, dude. Like I had a coach tell me the two things you can control is your effort and your eyes. So like, don't like you know what you're doing. Go ahead and find the problem. You know, don't be afraid. Because even if they tell you no, then they tell you no. But if you don't ask and then they die, now you're fucked. So
Yeah,
don't be worried
yeah.
about feeling stupid. I hate that. All these nurses are like, well, I don't want to talk to the doctor because, like, what if he thinks I'm dumb? And it's like, who gives a shit? You get paid either way.
Like, what the fuck? I'm here. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm the one down here putting my hands on this patient. If I call them for the reinforcement or for some extra teaching, I mean, they're supposed to be that resource because this is their patient as well. This is their license on the line as well. So I just treat it that way. It's like, bro, I'm gonna call you if you're getting upset with me for calling you about some shit because I'm trying to make our patient better. Like that's a shitty reflection on you.
Yeah, you're
You
just,
know?
and unfortunately, that's the way it is most of the time. So just go ahead and get used to it. Like, don't, like, same thing with the test. Don't think too much into it. They're just cranky pants because, you know, they make a shit ton of money and God forbid they get called.
Had to be
So,
in a deposition.
yeah.
We don't
But, so testing, then we'll go to the biggest one. So the NCLEX. Tell me what you did to pass your NCLEX.
barely anything.
Fucking nuts, dude.
My fucking self. Told
Yeah.
myself, you know, you think, you know. I'm very much like one of those people. Like once it comes to testing time, if I don't know it by now, cramming's not gonna fucking help me.
Yeah.
You know, I just, if I didn't build those resources or reinforcements up until that point, like it's not gonna help me any. So I literally just fucking trusted my gut, went in there and balled out. Because at the time, our minimum was 85 questions. I passed in 86. Took me like a little over an hour. So
Yeah, see, I passed mine in 55 minutes, 75 questions, baby. Nailed it. But I
right.
also fucking murdered myself doing it, dude. This is, I did like almost 3 weeks of studying for that fucking test after school.
I mean, like I believe it because I see it. I
Yeah,
saw it, and it's like, fuck.
I know,
I
dude.
hate that.
Like I said, those 3 weeks were miserable, but then the fact I got out of there like after like under an hour, it was like, okay, well it's fucking over now. And also, I'm a cheap bastard, so I didn't want to pay another $250 to fail that test.
I don't
And
blame
Missouri's got that graduate nurse, so I had to keep that pay. So because I
you.
was paying for an apartment at that point and trying to live on my own, so I was like, well, yeah, if you fail this, you're fucked. So, but
I didn't start. I didn't start working until after my NCLEX. I interviewed right before my NCLEX. They said, "Well, you passed. You got the job." You know what I'm saying? Went in there, balled out on that shit. Was at work the next week.
yeah, so I'll tell you what I did. I read that Hesse book twice. So I
Mm-hmm.
read it all the way through once, and that was like at the start of 3 weeks. Then, like, I gave myself a week off from reading it. Then the last 2 weeks before, I read probably like 24 pages a day. So I cleared that whole book again. And then in between there, I'm taking these practice tests, right? The automatic shutoffs. Dude, the first week was probably 4 to 6 hours of taking those tests. But then eventually I got to the point where it was only 75 that it would get shut off all the time. So I took like 2 or 3 of them a day. And that'd take me like 2, 3 hours. So, but
I'm
like,
ADHD. I can't sit there and read. Like if I'm reading some shit, and I'm like, I already know this shit. I will fall asleep in the middle of that reading. Like, there's no question about it.
Here's the thing, though. When I tell you I got to that, the first 34 questions, they could tell me the question. I could tell you all four answers it was going to give me.
I know that felt so fucking
So
nice,
I
bro.
was like, bro, this is easy. Click,
Yeah,
click, 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 click.
now, what was the majority of your questions? Do you remember?
Uh, First ones are, I don't know, pretty basic. And then I got to community health. That was towards the end. And then just a shit ton of multiples. So that's how I knew I was in the green. But I'd say I had a lot of community health and a lot of psych, like psych meds. How to
Yeah.
talk to psych patients was a lot of it.
Psych was my best like HESI testing and everything in nursing school. Psych was definitely my best.
That's because you're a psych patient, so.
Crazy. Okay.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Once you become a nurse, you always become a psych patient at that point. So.
No way. There's no way you make it through nursing not being some sort of psych like patient or problem. How about that? 'Cause we're all a problem, especially night shifters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's rough,
Yeah.
dude. If you can't tell, I feel like shit today, man. I worked 4 nights in a row. I finally got some sleep.
That's me this week coming up. I work Thursday through Sunday. It's gonna be tiring, but I mean, as long as my check clear, I don't care.
Yeah, but I'd say like the biggest thing when it comes to taking your NCLEX, like the day before, you need to just kind of not do anything. Like I glanced over the HESI book, like just the table and charts, like real easy. Probably didn't even retain any of that. But the day before that, that's when you have your most fun because it just puts you in a good mood, gets you in the right mindset to take this test. Because I partied it out. I'll just say that.
Shit, not me. I finished my NCLEX, man. I sat there. I was like, damn. I feel like that shit cut off too soon. I walked up out that building so damn shook.
Yeah, see, I walked out there like, oh, yeah, I passed that bitch. Come on, let's go get some Taco Bell. Let's go get a bottle of wine. I'm ready to go home.
To that 86 question, that motherfucker shut off on me. I was like, oh.
It's the best feeling, dude. The best feeling when that bitch shuts off. You're like, oh, thank God I don't have to do 265 questions.
Yeah, definitely. Because I definitely peeked at the person next to me when I went to walk out, and they were like
sweating, struggling, crying.
stressed out. We hear the same amount of time, like an hour and 10 minutes. She's at 100-something questions. She's not locked in.
Yeah, you gotta lock in. It's like game time, baby. That's why I swear, like athletes, man, it's like you literally have to put yourself in another zone. That's kind of why I like nursing so much because it puts me back into sports. Like I literally like I'm sitting there, I'm having a good time or a bad time driving to work, and then boom, I clock in. I'm like, all right, baby, it's time to go.
Yep.
Like,
even when I the clock sometimes, because like my workload right now, I don't feel like it's heavy at all, especially compared to my last job. But I'll be sitting there, bro. We having a good time having a conversation. Shit starts cracking off. Oh, I'm in the mix. You ain't gotta look to leave. I'm here at the bedside.
Yeah, baby. I remember one time, bro. I asked them if they needed help, just trying to help them out because I like the people that were working, and they're like, "Yeah, you could sit." I'm like, "Bet, I'll sit there. I don't give a fuck. That's free money." And then as soon as I'm playing Madden or whatever, I get a call, like 4 calls, and I'm like, why is this person calling me, bro? I'm not trying to answer this. Like, I'm going to be there. And then I got a text that's like, oh, we got a code coming in. I'm like, oh, say less, baby. Strap it up. Then I'm sitting there. I'm flying down the highway, right? I'm like, well, I got a good excuse if I get pulled over. But then I'm like, okay, what do you got to do in the code? Okay, Epi, put on the monitor, put on this monitor, IV, send lat. Then I already sweating, bro. I'm not even there yet. Sweating.
See, for us, like I said we do have codes. We have quite a bit of codes, but I didn't really get into all of that while I was in my orientation period at this hospital. But sepsis alerts. We go crazy for fucking sepsis alerts on kids, bro.
Well, that's because, like I said, you're dealing with kids. Like, if there's an adult, you're like, all right, whatever, just going to give fluids, maybe put them on a presser, call it good.
But here we are. We get in. We got to take weight, temp, vitals, like all of that shit. And then I need to start a line on you. I need to draw these blood cultures, but they also want the full panel. So we got to get cultures. We got to get blues. We got to get blue, green, purples, and then a gray as well. And then we got to put a bag on you because we need your urine as well. Like, bro, we go through some shit with the sepsis alerts.
Mm-hmm. I hate sticking kids, dude. It's terrible. Like, not even, I'll stick a kid. That's fine. Sticking babies is a motherfucker, dude. Them little ass veins. bro. But
Oh, bro.
when you stick that little 24 half inch in them, you're like, oh, baby,
You know
yeah.
what?
Just walking around with a big old 10-incher, baby.
It depends. If I can get in there and I can see, you know what I'm saying, I know where, if I got my little Neo light and shit, oh, I'm good. So I'm gravy. I'm going to get it. But if I get in there and I'm looking and they don't really have shit, oh, I'm calling IB team.
I hate when you got to stick them in the forehead, dude. It just feels so, like, barbaric. I'm like, here, let me just put this rubber band on you and stick you right in the middle of the forehead.
Yeah, Big Leak ain't did that. I don't plan on doing it either.
But
We have too many resources, though. So, like, with our protocol, we have to do 4 sticks at bedside. If we can't get it, we can escalate to the next team. By the time you though, like, you're already 2 sticks in. So the primary nurses try 2 sticks. They're gonna come get me because I'm considered the ACT, which is the advanced care tech. I come in, I get 2 sticks. If I can't get it, we call IV team. IV team that can't get it or doesn't see anything, they call the VAT team. So we just
so
keep escalating.
we don't have all that. We got Anthony use the ultrasound machine. I'm like, I still fucking. So since we talked about the NCLEX already and probably got cut off because I kind of suck at this shit. But when do you think you should get your bachelor's, and do you think you should get a bachelor's?
I think the bachelor's is important if you plan on running some shit. Like you want to be that RN, DON, you want to run the floor, you want to do this, that, and the third. That's when it's important. But just working the floor as a regular nurse, like, it doesn't serve a purpose.
Yeah, I don't think you need it either. Like I said, the only other thing I had written down besides that, it's like if you want to set the standard for like your kids or your family, like be the first one to get a bachelor's or this or that, then yeah, go ahead and do it. Like, the only time you should get a bachelor's if you're really doing it for yourself, because like, yeah, the hospitals will give you like 50 cents more, but I mean, that's like $950 for the year minus what it costs to go to fucking get your bachelor's. The only other thing, like if you want to go to certain hospitals, yeah, maybe if you're having struggle getting hired, which shouldn't happen because we're in a fucking drought of nurses. Then like it's like the magnet status, but it's also like, I mean, how much do you really care to help out your hospital? Maybe that's just me being jaded after 5 years, but
I'm definitely jaded.
Because to me, like, I didn't learn anything. I learned maybe a little bit from the bioethics class, but I feel like I could have picked that up working the floor. So,
yeah, that's what a lot of people, I think, where the shit's going from, okay, I'm a nurse because I care, or where it's like the hospital, like, this is a business. We're trying to set this standard. We want to be better than these hospitals, so we have to do this. Well, like I was saying, you're cutting into people's lives. Because when you obtain those magnet statuses and things that you need, more BSN RNs than your ASN number, you have to kick your LVNs out.
yeah.
So you tell your LVNs to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't, they mess up your ratios. So you won't be able to hit that standard. It's like you're displacing people's lives. Like, yeah, you have these LVNs that have been working for you for 10, 15 years, but you're going to tell them that, oh, because we want magnet status, you have to either work in the clinic or you have to find a new job.
Or go back to school, and most of them aren't help paying all that much to go to school, man.
It's like, okay, I've been working for you for 10, 20 years. I'm in my 60s. I don't want to go back to fucking school.
No, I don't even want to go back to school now. That's another thing. If you know you hate school and shit, but you think you're going to need a bachelor's, just get that fucker done, dude. Don't fucking say, oh, I'm going to go back in 2-3 years. Yeah, you ain't, dude. Once you're out of school, it's so great. It's so great to be done with school, man.
So some people, like, they need that achievement, which, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? No. When I'm done, I'm done. I'm tired.
Yeah. The only reason I got is because somehow I think I'm going to go back and be like a CRNA, but...
I know somehow. You've been talking about that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking money. I don't know if I want to go back into debt, so... It's got to be worth it, which I know it's going to be worth it because, man, you look at some of those travel contracts, it's like $10,000, $15,000 a week to be a CRNA. A week?
Uh-huh. A week. You know what you can do with that?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Dude, that's your fucking student loans in 1 week, dude.
Yeah.
It's
literally
nuts. But
a month of travel, like, bro, I can pay off every student loan I have.
I know, dude. That's why. So I just need to hit the lottery. I said I'm gonna start selling my seed for $16,000 a pop.
Hey, side note, I actually just watched a video on a guy that got caught up. He was the code writer for the lottery, bro. They got caught up winning the lottery for him and his family every couple months and shit. Flipping code into that motherfucker to where he would automatically win every like 6 months or some shit like that.
Oh hell yeah, dude. That's what I mean. Someone needs to hack the government and hack the student loans and just clear mine out for me. Be a dog.
Hey, fuck them. They need to just go ahead and burn the building down, all the records.
For real. But okay, so we covered that. Let's get into. Did you like all your classmates in nursing school?
Nah.
Because they try to build that camaraderie, but
Nah, it was like you know, like we have a certain type of people that we like really surround ourselves with. You know what I'm saying? Like even a 304B is a pretty hodgepodge group of people.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We all have some shit in common. Like we all know nitty gritty. In nursing school, I felt like I was surrounded by a lot of like super preppy ass people. I'm not a preppy person.
that's
Like,
why I love seeing those memes talking about how like, oh, you're that bitchy girl from high school, you became a nurse. Those crack me the fuck up, dude.
like you know, like a lot of those people, like they're in there and they think they're so much better than everybody else. Like, sorry, Shorty, I'm from the gutter, and I'm here right with you.
So I'm from the jump, baby, from the trap house.
I'm a trench baby. You
Yeah.
hear me? I'm here right
From
with
selling
you.
drugs to giving drugs.
Selling drugs. But you know, it's like let's just say people types. So you
Yeah.
got the super preppy. I can't sit and talk to you. You're always bright and cheery. I'm not. I'm a true night shifter. I hate the world. Okay.
Hey, yeah, those fucking people that come in at 7 a.m. fucking screaming their head off. I'm like, look, I just worked 12 hours. I'm going to need you to bring it down to a 2 because you're kind of pissing me off.
You come in here turning the lights on and shit. Stop. Okay. You know,
Dude, in the ICU, they come on automatic at like 5:30, and there's always somebody right by the fucking light switch at like 5:29 just waiting to turn them bitches back down. Like, nope, it's too early. So I get it. 5:30, that's when I get my burst of energy because I'm like, hey, baby, hour and a half, I got to get all my shit done for the morning. Then after that, I can just sit here and make sure people don't need anything on their call lights. So let's get it.
you guys are getting off at like a true 7.
Yeah, well, shift change starts at 7, so most of the time, depending where I'm at, sometimes I can get out at 7:10, 7:15, because I don't bullshit through my report. Other people are like, oh my god, how are you doing? I'm like, it's this. Any questions? No. Are you sure? Yep. All right, see ya. I'm out of there. I'm not trying to be your best friend after 7 o'clock. I can promise you that.
Nah, I'll see you tonight.
But like ICU, man, you gotta go through the story, bro. Sometimes it's like 7:30, sometimes even later than that, just depending. Bro, but we've had like people have a packet, like you literally just hand them a packet, like, yeah, this is the story, because it's so fucking long. Dude, they've been there for so long and shit. You're like, I can't read through 2 weeks of a story. I don't know what to tell you, but here's a packet. Read through it. Hit the Spark Notes.
I was about to say nothing new started on this.
Yeah.
But another type of person that I just can't stand in nursing school, bro, is when we're going over the tests and shit and you want to debate every fucking question that you got wrong. Like, bro, it's okay to not know everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hold us up because you want to argue with the teacher because you're incorrect about this question, bro. Like, we're trying to get the fuck out of here. We still got all day in school. Like, mind you, our testing is like our 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock block is testing. We still got all day in this motherfucker. We wasting time. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move on.
And also, like, how you really think they're gonna like agree with you and change the whole test for you? Like, that's some people just think they're way too important, man. I'm like, look, they don't give a shit. Because if you fail, guess what? You coming back and they're gonna get another bag off you.
You got to realize too, though, a lot of these tests are not handwritten by our instructors. These are test bank tests. Like, these tests came with the book that they bought for this fucking class.
Yeah.
They don't be writing that shit all the time. Sometimes they go in and edit and things like that, but no. You know what I'm saying? The answer, motherfucker, take it as it is.
Yeah, you know me.
Ask after class.
Yeah, I'm a hater, so you know me. I'm a little more specific with my my groups. Like you said, so just talking about the test. I hate the motherfucker that wants to ask you about question 13 when you just walked out of there. Dude, I'm cooked. We just took this test for like an hour, almost an hour and a half sometimes, depending on what the test is. I do not want to talk about the fucking test. I want to talk about something stupid like fucking the world's strongest man competition, something cool. Don't be asking me, because then also when I tell you a different answer and everyone has got the same answer, I don't want to feel like an idiot. I already feel dumb enough in this bitch. I don't need everybody like, oh no, you dumb fuck, it was B, and I'm like, I thought it was A. Don't fucking. Yeah, don't be fucking talking to me about the test after the test, dude. It's over. I don't want to think about it till the grade comes back, and then I can shit my pants. The other one. Then you got, like you were talking about, you got the complainer that like ties into like what you're talking about. Like they want to complain about the test answers. They're like, oh, well, like, and they just complain about everything and anything. They're like, well, I can't have Wednesday clinical day. I can't have this. We can't do this. This isn't fair. And it's like, again, you're not that important. They're not about to just scope their whole program around you, dude. They don't give a fuck.
First of all, life ain't fair. Motherfucker, tighten up.
Yeah, okay. Hey, welcome to real world. Sorry you got it this late in life.
When you get to the floor, your assignment ain't gonna be fair. You gonna be mad about that too. You think I'm gonna listen to you bitching?
No. It's like when people bitch about getting admissions, dude. I'm like, what do you think this is? This is a fucking hospital. This is what happened.
Make sure y'all go check us out on Spotify, YouTube. I got the Twitter page up and running, but I need to edit more with that. But and then TikTok will be coming soon as well. So be looking for it.
Bone's taking all the fucking internet. That's what's happening.
Owen, get off the internet.
My camera's working again. Sorry, like I said, guys, we are not fucking tech people, so bear with us here. But I promise the content might be worth it. It's about a 50-50 guarantee.
We think we're funny. Okay?
Yeah, results may vary. But that's enough talking about the complainer, because now look at us. We're complaining, so...
Hey, I be bitching, but I be bitching about the right shit.
Yeah. I'd say the another one I have is the one that doesn't study. Big shout out to Big C, Big Country. No. Bro, you know what pisses me off, man? There's a nurse on MedSurg. His motherfucker be calling me Big Country now. I'm like, oh, stop, dude. That's terrible. Because they know I hate it. And then...
the chain again, bro.
Yeah, might have to put the do-rag back on while I'm walking around. Like the first COVID days, baby.
That'd be crazy as hell. See me out working a bonnet. I used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah. Hey, I got a money bonnet, dude. That thing's sweet. Well, it's like the bonnet scrub cap, but it's got all dollar bills on it. I love that one. But
I'd be putting my shit. I won't be putting on scrub caps.
Yeah. Hey, but you know you hate it because you're over there working your damn ass off, and then you fucking... I'd come back to the room. She'd be hanging out with our roommate, and fucking... So what's gonna be on the test tomorrow? I'm like, fuck you. Figured, no, I ain't... She asking me questions like, what'd you study? What's the... Like, get the fuck away from me, dog. I'm like, this is what I study, and I hand her the note page, and I'm like, that... Fucking, you figure it out. I'm done. I'm not helping your ass. But it's because they put in the work before, so... You can't hate on it. If they put in the work, can't hate on it.
What's crazy, though, is like, shout out to her, though, because not only is she an RN, but she just got her, either her EMT or her paramedic.
I think she's an EMT.
Yeah. Even as an EMT basic, like, she's a badass. Like, there's no question about it.
Dude, she's shoveling the fucking helipad, dude. Fuck that. You couldn't pay me enough to shovel a helipad in the fucking, 3 feet of snow.
Bro, that shit's crazy, bro. When she sent the temperature, I was like,
yeah, I'm out.
You have fun.
And then this is the last person I have. And this is the one I hate the fucking most. It's the one that asks questions because they always finish. They're like, anybody got any questions? Bro, if you don't put that fucking hand down, I'm going to shoot it off. I'm not even going to cut it. I'm going to shoot that bitch.
Bro, we already late for lunch. Why are you fucking the flow up?
Yeah, and I'm sorry that you don't fucking live on campus and that you get to eat whatever the fuck you want on your own time, but that cafeteria fills up real quick. And when it's Taco Tuesday, bitch, I ain't showing up late. So you ask your questions. This is my big go. If you don't want anybody to hate you, go ask your questions one-on-one. One, you're going to get a better answer. You're going to be able to ask more questions about it to make sure you actually understand it. But also, none of your classmates are going to fucking hate you.
I'm not gonna give you that fucking death stare because I'll mug the fuck out of you. I promise.
Bro, it's like prison rules, bro. You don't push the panic button.
No, oh fuck, let's go get it.
You push that panic button, you getting stabbed after. I've been watching the prison shows. I know.
Bro, I had a motherfucker say, oh, Malik said he didn't understand. Malik said what?
Yeah. Yeah. You be sitting there looking at the person next to you like, you know what the fuck is going on? They're like, yeah, you didn't get that. And then they bloop. I'm like, hey, put that shit down, dog. Don't be fucking out my ass like that.
Expose me, bro. That's what we doing.
If I'm going to be stupid, I'm going to be stupid in the closet. You feel me?
Feel me? Let me know. Okay, I'm not guy to go to Home Depot and don't want to ask where shit at. Okay, let me be.
Yeah, until you've looked the whole store like 2-3 times, yeah, you can't go ask, bro. You can't.
When that 70-year-old man with carpal tunnel comes to ask you if you need any help, you tell him no.
Yeah.
Okay, struggle on your own.
Be a man. Now, you ever seen those TikTok?
Yeah. Bro, I'll be watching some shit, bro. I'll be like, damn, that's why we fucked up now.
Yeah. I think Bone adjusted my chair, bro. This shit's too low. I don't like it. Should be fucking with my shit.
Shit, I get to work in all the chairs. It's too high. Part of being a midget. Like,
I was say that's that short people problem.
fucked up. Knees be hurting, back hurting and shit.
Yeah. All right. We're going to finish this up here real quick. Only got a couple more questions, and then next episode's going to be a good one, I think. I don't know. I don't know too much about the LPN, so you're going to be leading that one. We're going to do the difference between the RN and the LPN, because a lot of people don't know the difference. So they probably don't even know that there's two different types of nurses that you could be.
I look at my shit and be like, what's that? What do you do? Who are you comparing?
And we're also going to hurt some feelings because we got the floor versus the ER, and you know that's a battle, bro. That's like the Civil War right there, bro. Civil War.
I'm telling you, I done seen some shit, and I done bitched about some shit, and now I have to do the same shit. And I'm like, damn it.
You feel me? I mean, same shit. Hey, in the flow pool, they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry about, I'll be on the floor. They'd be like, I'm sorry about complaining about, I'm like, look, I'm on your side tonight. So yeah, fuck them too. And then the ER, they're like, I can't believe they won't do that shit. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe that shit either. Knowing damn well I wouldn't take that shit on the floor. Fuck you, dude.
Hell no. I definitely get it. That's gonna be a decent episode. You know?
But okay, do you think we should get paid for clinicals?
Yes. Depending though.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I feel like I think the structure of nursing school itself could be changed to where it is better. You know,
Me too.
Like when you go to NP school or you go to PA school, you have like that didactic year. So that year you're doing all your book work, your testing, and things like that, with some hands-on exercises and things like that. And then that second year is like all clinicals. If that's the case, then yes, pay us for the clinical. You know, and if I'm showing up, I'm only doing 4 to 6 hours in this motherfucker. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Who's gonna pay us?
That's what I said. I'm like, does the school? I think the school should pay you because like you already paid them, and like I said, all I'm asking for is gas money since they don't provide no bus, dude. They just and that's another thing that's bullshit, bro. They're just like, yeah, figure it out, and you're like, most people don't. Most people don't have don't have a car at school, dude. I mean, like it's coming more familiar now, but like think about it, bro. Nobody had a fucking car. At least,
yeah.
Like when my brothers went to school and shit, they didn't have no fucking car.
Yeah. Shit, I got up there, I had mine, but I definitely carpooled with some people, you know what I'm saying? I knew they needed to show up same time. Shit, we going, let's get it.
Yeah, so it's always nice to take turns and shit.
Shit, I was broke in college, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through clinical, I ain't ate.
Same.
Like, I'm hungry, you know?
Yeah.
Let's go to the cafeteria with what bread?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? They're struggling.
That was a big word you used, man. What was it? Didactic?
Yeah. You know, you gotta pull the words out. Like sometimes I don't use too many big words.
Yeah, you know, I'm the eligible fuck.
Yeah, the only reason I know stuff like that though is because you know Lynn's just finished out her PA school and stuff.
Yeah. But that ties into the next one. I think that nursing school needs to switch to just having a preceptor versus your teacher. Because, like, I feel like I didn't learn really anything in clinicals. Like, you got a little bit of the workflow, but I learned a lot more in the first, it doesn't even have to be 6 months, like the first 3 months of working with my preceptor after graduation than I pretty much did in nursing school.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the times, like we'll get into clinical, and they're trying to push the concepts that they just taught us in class, when that doesn't even
Apply.
like apply to the patient that I'm assigned.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
And I just think
So,
you would learn a lot more, and I think it'd be better. And then like you don't need the preceptor every day. I mean, I know some people like, well, continuity of care. Well, yeah, that's care for the patient, but not for you. I think you should get like the most exposure because then you'll find out kind of how you want to go through your nursing shift. Versus like if you only taught one way, you're only going to do it that one way. But there could be better ways out there.
that's one thing I really noticed going place to place, especially in work and stuff. It's like whoever my preceptor was, the way that they went through their checklists and things like that to get ready for the shift and go through the shift and shit like that, I would do that same stuff until I found my own ways of going through things and how I want to set up the shift.
Yeah, I mean,
So especially getting your report to your med pass and things like that, you can learn a lot from your preceptor that your teacher doesn't have the time to sit down with you and go through.
yeah, I think you just pull and you pull every little bit, and like I said, I don't know. I don't think it's real world, but I don't think it would be that hard to change. Like you're already paying those people to be a preceptor, just pay them from there. And I mean, like I said, they're probably gonna say, "Well, who's paying them?" Like, well, why don't you fucking pay them from the school since we paid you this much money already? But
Yeah. Especially we're paying a fucking bag for this shit. Like,
oh
they need to
yeah,
step it up. Paying a lot of money and they're giving the bare minimum. I don't
yeah,
like that.
that's how I
So,
feel
especially
too.
we
But
need more nurses bad, bro. So they're gonna have to figure shit out.
yeah, nobody wants to get into it though because they know how much it fucking sucks. Did you get underpaid, man?
Yeah, definitely. Underpaid and overworked every time.
Then they'd be asking you work overtime, bitch. I ain't working no fucking overtime. Give me crisis pay, I'll come work overtime. But I ain't just doing it out of the goodwill of my heart. You already stole it.
I will slave the fuck out for some crisis pay. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
I'll sleep at the hospital. Shit, give me an on-call room.
Double time, I'm in there.
You hear me? I'm telling you, if the money right, I'm gonna show up every time, without question. I won't even complain. I'm gonna come in there with a smile on my face, dog tired.
But yeah, I'd say you know what, like nursing school, it's like a embrace the suck, man. That's all, and it that part prepares you for like nursing because it's gonna suck some days, and if you can have fun during the suck, it just makes it that much more better because either way you got to be there for 12 hours. So why be miserable at it when you can have some fun and crack some jokes?
Somebody told me the last time they were like, "You always come in so happy," and yeah, because why would I let y'all fuck my mood up? I
Yep.
gotta be here all night regardless. So no matter what I got going on at home, like why would I come in here and push all of that shit off onto y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I don't want you in my business.
Yeah.
I can
Also,
want my patient for me.
yeah, and like I said, I still love it, dude. Like I know we talk a lot of shit, but everybody talks shit. Like even athletes, I'm sure. Like the LeBron James is complaining about something.
You wake up like shit. My fucking knees hurt. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get this work.
Yeah. So it's just like every other job. Like you still gotta love what you do. That's the whole point of this is just to kind of have some fun and bring you back in, man. Keep going, cause please, we don't want to lose anymore, bro. We need you. And people in nursing school, bro, just tough it out. It's gonna suck, but it ain't that long, and it's gonna be worth it as long as you fucking do it right. So.
The grand scheme of things, you know what I'm saying? You're going through nursing school for that year, 2 years, or whatever. You get out, bro. You got a career for the rest of your life for the next 30, 40 years. You don't ever have to switch.
And there's so many options.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to be bedside anymore. You don't even have to be clean. You could sit at your house and do it.
You can do research. You can do insurance claims.
Don't do research. Don't do research.
You could, you know what I'm saying? If you that book person, you want to sit down, go through trials, things like that, you can do it.
Yeah, if
you want to stat halfway in and go to the ER, you can do it.
Yeah.
You say fuck the ER, no work, peds, med surge, you can do it. You know?
Yeah, if you notice in school that you're not really having a great time with clinicals or it's not sticking, just become a research nurse. Because honestly, some of them get paid pretty well, bro, because they're supposed to get like bonuses and shit. Mm-hmm. Those will stack up. And you get to go on trips, and they're okay. Most of the time, like I said, I just went and didn't really get along with any of those other research people because, like we said, they're the big people. And I'm like, look, man, I just came here for a free trip. I don't really care about this shit. Like, we already just read all this shit. Why are we going to read it again?
Yeah. See, some people just got it like that. Like that's their niche. We all
Yeah.
have our niche. You know, and I love ER nursing. I think I could do a lot more than what I'm doing now, but I love the pace. You know what I'm saying? I like when crazy shit going on. I got two, three, four things to do at one time. I like
Yeah.
that, you know. Whereas some people come to ER, they're fucking flustered. They can't keep up.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that in the next episode, and we'll really hit hard on that. But like I said, I think that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to be a guest, I'm going to say you're going to have to make a Twitter, and you're going to have to kind of give us some info on Twitter, because I know we got a lot of people that want to get on there, but we got to make sure you're funny, because I'm not I'm not trying to get in trouble, and two, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So
You like, comment, subscribe. You know, like you were saying, if you have a Twitter, hit us up on Twitter. You can also DM me on Facebook. I mean, my phone don't be cracking like that, so hit me up.
if you're emo or goth, hit them up, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, for real.
But
We
yeah,
we got a couple in mind already, but yeah, let's get rocking.
and send us some topics. You know, I already got a piece of paper, but we're going to have to hit 50 episodes. So you're going to want us to find something to talk about, not just end up talking to each other. So,
We do.
like I'm going to say, treat everybody like your grandma and do what you do, baby.
You know.